YouTube, what's up? It's your boy, Mr. Invention. I'm back with another video, and today we're reacting to Skimbelly's latest video, the anime discussion. And cool thing about it is somehow, some way, clips of our last video on his Madoka video are in this video. So it's a real cool moment. You get to see me reacting to it raw with no prior reaction to it. And it was a great video. I like how he doubled down, triple down, quadruple down on his stance on Madoka, and it was just great, man. Like I really appreciate the shout out. It was a great video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And I hope you guys, if you continue to like this content, please let me know, and let me know what other videos you want me to react to. And I'm still gonna continue to post gameplay video of me playing games because that's what I like to do, and I'll continue to post reacting videos because I like doing this as well. And I hope you guys are having a great start to the new year. And I will see you guys on the next one, man. Peace and love. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. It looks like Skimbelly made a video a few days ago. So here I am. Let's see what he's talking about. It's a long one, so bear with me.
Accused you of being abusive, stupid, embarrassing, racist, and brain dead because of an opinion you had?
Oh.
Okay, did your opinion also have to do with little magic girls? Mine was one of those. There's an anime called Madoka Magica, and it's just the greatest piece of shit. Oh, sorry, in my opinion, guys. I made a video recently where I outlined the entire plot and identified things that really bothered me. There's real critique, but this isn't a super serious video. I thought, okay, this is a funny little project. I think everyone will. Imagine disliking something that every intelligent person likes. You fell off and are unfunny. You are gay! Wait, no, gay is good. Gay is good. Anime's gotta be the only niche I know of that treats liking or disliking something as important news. Make the Stallion revealed her favorite anime of 2023, and that's interesting. Make is cool as hell. It's not 20 million views and 12,000 quote tweets interesting. My Hero over JJK, no wonder she got shot.
Oh my god. My Hero, bro, anime is all about preferences, man. Like, it's not that serious, bro. Like, it's not that serious of what you like versus what somebody else is like. It's literally, like, to me, my biggest thing about anime is, like, that we all enjoy it, especially the people that watch anime. Because, I mean, there's a lot of people that clown on anime and, like, clown on people that watch it. So, for me, personally, it's just my personal take on anime in general, is it shouldn't matter what you watch as long as you're enjoying it. And if other people enjoy what you watch, cool, then you have a conversation to talk about. But, like, to give somebody hate over this is insane. Like, saying no wonder she got shot over her take on anime is not that serious, bro.
She lost her damn mind. I think it's somewhat improbable that Tory Lanez shot Meg the Stallion because she likes My Hero Academia. But more than one person had this thought. It doesn't even have to be a celebrity. A peer of mine called The Masked Man released a video where he's very candid with his opinion on Ashita no Joe. So candid, you can see his feelings on the thumbnail. This image blew up on Twitter. They're calling him an elitist. They're saying no one will ever respect him again. He's done. And Masked Man is an idiot.
He whipped out his wood and then he said I was incredible. How many nuts were fired, I don't know, but I like testicles.
Just not for disliking a manga.
What? Crazy.
Anime discourse has something wrong with it. You've noticed, I've noticed, but there's no agreement on what specifically. Who gets to even be a part of the conversation is contentious in itself. Some people think gatekeeping is essential. Normal people think of the outdoors, and the only thing we can agree on is that no one agrees. This video exists not really to solve anything. I'm not arrogant enough to believe that I have the answers or am even on the right side of the discussion, but I think that what happened to me is the funniest and most absurd reaction to anything I've ever made. The last few years in anime have been crazy, and over time I've had so many thoughts regarding online discussion. What better time than now to use my situation as a springboard to absolutely f***ing yap about gatekeeping, elitists, my allegations, and most importantly, equipment. If you haven't seen my last video, this is the world's fastest summary of Madoka Magica. In a fucked up world that I've been told is not Europe, lives a girl named Madoka Kaname. Notice the beer keg above her shoulders? I've also been told that's her head. She's shopping. La 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 la. What the fuck? The voice she hears is actually a cat who's like, hey, I'll grant you wishes if you fight evil witches for me. You'll be magic girls, I'll trap your souls in rocks. What? What? And they're like, yeah, we'll think it.
You'll be magic girls, I'll trap your souls in rocks is fucking hilarious.
over. So in the meantime, they hang out with this chick named Mommy for 3 episodes. She's been a magic girl, so she shows them the ropes. Those are the witches. This is the toilet. That's her being eaten alive by a sugar monster. Sayaka wants to become a magic girl regardless, so she can save the boy she likes, while Madoka is very scared, especially since this creepy girl keeps appearing and saying vague shit about her not becoming a magic girl. Sayaka signs the contract, and Madoka accidentally fucking murders her in cold blood by throwing the rock that contains her soul. When the rock is returned, she comes back to life, and everyone's like, Kyubey, what the fuck was that about? What did Sayaka turn off when she threw the rock? And Kyubey's like, you're asking why her soul leaves her body when separated from her soul gem? What the fuck? Like, wait, so our bodies are... Yeah, empty husks. So you can keep fighting even if your arms fall off or something? Well, why didn't you say that? I would've if you were at all curious about this situation.
I love how he double downs on this because he said that in his last video. Like, why didn't anybody ask about their powers? Why didn't anybody ask about anything? They just signed their life away.
I only lie through omission, not outright fucking Google it. Look, give me your phone. See? So Sayaka's like, you know what? At the end of the day, I got dick to worry about. Later, hoes. Only her friend immediately tries to steal her man because now he's not disabled, and Sayaka goes sicko mode, which reveals that witches are just magic girls who went crazy at some point. Sayaka then transforms into a powerful witch that can only be stopped by a magic girl 9/11ing herself into Sayaka, killing both. And in the next episode, I'm getting sick of this, so I'm just gonna finish the summary in one breath. Homura is actually a time traveler obsessed with Madoka, and at the end of each time loop, Madoka dies fighting a witch called Walpurgisnacht. I would simply go, awesome, but Homura is obviously pretty in love with Madoka.
If you didn't know Walpurgisnacht is a real thing in the German culture, look it up. Real, not just a word they throw in there.
Madoka, so she decides to kill the big powerful witch all on her own, meaning Madoka doesn't have to become a magic girl, doesn't die, boom, best timeline. But Kyubey manipulates Madoka into rushing to the scene and becoming the most powerful magic girl of all time. Then Madoka fucks over Kyubey by wishing that all magic girls from every timeline died on the spot, creating a timeline where witches were never a thing and only Homura remembers her. The end. The summary is somewhat inaccurate in the interest of time, but this should be enough for you to understand everything else I say in this video. Especially this next part. I should get serious because here's where I discuss... It's Christmas evening. A blanket of food covers the table, the aroma tunnels through your nostrils, and you excitedly take a bite of your grandma's famous ham. You can see it in her eyes, the elation, the fulfillment she gets from sharing a meal with her grandbaby. How is it? She asks. Bitch, this shit awful. That wasn't very helpful. Why do I have old heads commenting on my ham like this? At least give me something to nibble on. Many people online get emotional, but few know why. They know that...
That's true.
When you say, this anime was boring, it upsets them. But now the objective is to figure out why that's your problem.
Exactly. Like, just because I don't like it doesn't mean you have to stop liking it.
Aw, you only didn't like it because you were high and telling jokes. Okay. What did I say that you think is incorrect? It seems like you unironically didn't understand it. You were high and telling jokes. Okay. What do you think I don't understand? Some people will do it in even more words. I am actually so shocked at how bad your interpretation of the show is. I couldn't meet you halfway with some of these points. They were just outright bad faith analyses. This is just shit talk with a Mr. Potato Head mustache wearing a name tag that says critique. Just say the thing that you disagree with. At this point, I'd rather you just comment, what a dumbass, and move on. At least that's honest. Instead, people want me to play this game where I'm like, oh yes, these are things I will learn from, thank you. And if you do otherwise, you're an idiot. I have reasons for thinking so, such as, fuck. You're an idiot. There's people who are passionate about their favorite anime. They appreciate these shows and recognize the subjectivity inherent in every piece of art. While they respect that it's not for you, they'll try to share their angle, and that's really cool. We don't have to agree, and that's what makes learning about people interesting to me. I'm going to go cray-cray, however, with a theory. People will get mad at you for any opinion on anime. It doesn't matter how you articulate it. You say, Dragon Ball Z has bad fights? The Gojo PFP calls you That's just the way that it goes. Some fan
He's not wrong, though. He's not wrong.
bases are worse than others, and I think it boils down to people really identifying with these shows.
Hey. Why did One Piece get a little straight shot there? I know, I will say, though, as a One Piece fan, I do love when like my new friends get into anime and they're like, please, 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 don't tell me to watch One Piece. Excuse me, sorry. I'm sick, so I'm eating soup during this. Sorry, I wasn't feeling good, but here I am. But they're like, hey, don't recommend me, bro. Don't recommend me One Piece, and you're like, why? I just know it's really long, and you're like, that's the only reason you don't want to watch a show is because it's really long. Like small thinking like that ruins experiences, in my opinion. Because I said the same thing, and then look at me now. I'm fucking watching One Piece. Like, bro, it's a show. Watch it. You're gonna watch 20 anime, and it's gonna be the same length that you could have just started watching One Piece every now and then. Like, you don't have to watch the entire show in one sitting. Like, people are. Sorry, I'm ranting about One Piece right now. That was not scheduled. Back to the video.
You can gain something from any anime. You might have learned the importance of discipline from Dragon Ball or identified with Kirito. This is doubly true for thematically dense media like Evangelion, Fooly Cooly, or Lane, where if you say anything about those, they'll still call you slurs, just dressed in more syllables. There's a contingent of people that really identify with anime. Maybe they watched it during a hard time and saw hope in a character. I modeled aspects of myself after fictional people, and today, they're still a part of me. So for some, if you say you don't like it, that's not an opinion. It's a critique on the soul. It's to invalidate the worth that they've gained from these shows. In the same way that if you invested time into a drawing and someone told you, that's garbage, how many people would remain composed after that? It just gets fucking ridiculous at a certain point. Like, really? You want to kill me because I said Kenja no Mago is bad? As much as I stole from Spider-Man and wanted to be Ichigo as a kid, I don't care if you think their source material is bad. I don't even care if you have a bad reason for thinking so. What the fuck does that take from me? Does it make the lessons they've taught me invalid? No. Does it make them worse? No. Could others like it less? Possibly. And if that truly bothered me, I would just lend critique. I would weigh our ideas against each other. Or say, F you, and move on. Fun story. The same night I wrote this, my friend said, I hate Spider-Man. He's lame. And I simply replied, silence, white mutant. And moved on. Who cares? We give too much power to anime critique critics, the people who feel you're wrong but can't articulate why, the people in your Twitter mentions when you have any opinion on anime, but maybe I've been... There's nothing more pure than a motherfucker with Down syndrome. Have you seen one of these guys frown? I haven't. I might cry. Young children are also extremely pure. When I was younger, I had a toy Omnitrix, and when I slapped that hoe, I truly believed I would turn into the alien of my choice. The lens that these two people see the world through is often limited, so things that are routine to most would seldom occur to them. If either one of these people makes a mistake, you shouldn't get angry.
Sorry, I got wooden spoon.
Sorry?
Wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. Wooden spoon. No, look, it looks like a wood, and spoon look like a wood.
Ah! There he is!
Ah, look.
Ah!
Sound kind of
Yeah!
Well, hold on, that's
not a wooden spoon.
Yeah, I would kill for you. But eventually, children grow up and know better. Your expectations shift, and suddenly it's not cute that your 13-year-old son can't do his laundry. Even people with severe learning disabilities have different, but ever-shifting expectations. Madoka does not have Down syndrome. She's not 8, she's just fucking stupid. And I think, unlike the first two,
Yeah.
stupid can be criticized. She's 14, and I don't trust this bitch not to my...
And it's not just Madoka, it's just like these specific anime tropes in general are just stupid. So like I can call a spade, like this is fucking dumb. Like at the end of the day, like I don't necessarily think it's an attack on the person that really resonates with this character, or the person that really likes this show. It's just that, you know, watching a show, you can just be like, man, that was fucking stupid. Like, or this plot's stupid. Like, why are they doing it this way? Obviously, every show's different, and every, you know, all the stakes are always different too. So it's also just seeing it from a different lens. Like, I mean, you can probably say some of my favorite animes are stupid. Like Yu Yu Hakusho, it probably has very dumb moments in it that you're like, why is this even in a show? Or or One Piece or Dragon Ball Z or any of the animes that I hold dear to my heart. Like those are like some special ones that I can think of, and I actually got those tatted on my arm, which is ironic, but yeah. just continue listening to what he has to say.
Microwave the milk carton trying to make cheese. Madoka is to be driving in 1 year. A car weighs 2,000 pounds and goes very, very fast. At 14, you should not be treated as an adult, and there are things that we're supposed to safeguard our youth from. The idea that Madoka, someone just entering her teens, could be taken advantage of in a somewhat obvious scheme is realistic, and one could draw parallels to real life if she weren't the most comically stupid creature ever. The internet acts as if it's absurd for these characters to reflect on their situation. Think about this for a moment. Even if you were completely trusting of the wish-granting cat, you would eventually ask, "What are you? Why don't you laugh? Have you ever had a crush? Where does my magic come from?" And then he's like, "If we make a contract, you're duty-bound to fight witches." Okay, what do you mean duty-bound? How long do I have to do this? How do you grant wishes? Where does your magic come from? Then he's like, "Oh yeah, I can, eat the despair and grief of humanity or whatever." No questions there. Like, where does that go? What are you doing with all that sin and pestilence you just ate? Are you full? No. Wait, I can grant any wish? I think I've heard this before. Genies. What else? Oh yeah, any story ever told with demons in it. Getting tricked is whatever. Anyone can be seduced by a wish. But the way they depicted these characters being tricked is impossible for me to wrap my head around. The story...
I would disagree with him on that one. I don't think it's that impossible. I've met people in my grown-ass job that I know can be tricked like this. So naive people exist, and super naive people also exist. Extremely naive people exist, and I know a lot of from each category. So a lot of people don't. I mean, I think that's another thing about people that actually make reviews and think, and I won't say sorry. Think is the wrong word, but the people that make these type of videos is that they're really thinkers at the end of the day, if that makes sense. Like, they think about every little thing, and you have to. Usually when you make a critique video or a review video, it's like, hey, you have to really think about all the aspects that you're talking about so that you make sense to you. And based off of his videos, his past videos, like, he does that. So I can understand why it's hard for him to wrap his head around it. But for me, as a person who's been working in a specific region of of the workforce and dealing with people that come from all types of backgrounds, and I deal with it on a day-to-day basis, and enough human interaction to show you that people like this exist, unfortunately. I wish they were more cautious about some of the things that happens, but I mean, at the end of the day, these are depicted as 14-year-olds, so they're gonna make mistakes. I mean, real life 14-year-olds make mistakes. So I don't know if he has any people in his life that are teenagers. My nephew is a teenager, so like, this makes sense the way he acts. I can draw parallels to how he acts versus how some of these characters act, and why they would go along with this, and why he would go along with something like this as well. So just perspective at the end of the day.
The story requires the girls have literally zero doubts even after watching their friend's head get bit off. Hey, isn't it strange that Kyubey didn't really care about mommy's death? Yeah, no, what the fuck? I thought that was weird too. I'm not asking anyone to act like a fully formed adult. I'm asking the characters to have a pulse. You don't even have to write the cat's clever answers. You could just show the girls taking childish interest in him by asking such questions, and then, oh, man, look at the time. It's morning already. It was so fun talking to you, cat guy. Now I'm reassured you're not hiding anything. I guess I'm trying to say that I would like to show a lot more if Madoka had a learning disability. That's a messed up plot. A demon manipulating someone who genuinely could not know better. But Madoka should kind of know better. You don't need to infantilize everything with big eyes and a high-pitched voice. She's old enough to hand you chicken at a fucking Waffle House. I reckon she's old enough to ask a question.
Yeah, but then again, we're still talking about what she should be able to do, and unfortunately in the anime, that's not what she's able to do.
Am I crazy, or am I acting in bad? A common comment I got was, "You watch this anime in bad faith." But what does that mean? To act in bad faith implies a degree of self-deception. You must behave insincerely to obfuscate the truth from others. If a reviewer makes up their mind before engaging with the work and thus chooses to evaluate it unfairly, this is a bad faith review. But what is bad faith in the context of the internet? It normally means, hey, what is this unsuckled penis I own? Agree with me or perish! It is not bad faith to be infected with the fucking giggle virus. I'm sorry. It's not even bad faith to have bias. We all have that. And I find it important to be upfront with my bias to engage with things fairly. If I generally think sports anime is boring, I disclaim that. When I said that furries should be locked in kennels and studied, that simply highlights that despite my preconceived notions, I gave Beastars a shot and found something amazing. Now I'm friends with furries, and if we all locked them in a giant zoo like I wanted, we'd lose half the workforce, half the opioids, and the tech industry would die. Interestingly, when you have bias and like something, yatta! I love everything! But with that same setup, if you openly dislike something after acknowledging your bias, it becomes a lightning rod for disdain. See? He didn't like it because he didn't want to. Or, I ran the show through the same shredder I run all shows through and didn't like it. Is that possible? Because it wasn't a problem in this video or this video or this video where I'm clearly doing the same thing, like this guy who claims, unsubscribed. You gave High Guardian Spice your undivided attention and solid analysis where you dissect everything and yet you treat Madoka like shit. Imagine being a content creator whose only work is just to watch anime and not being willing to spend 5 hours of his time watching a season of anime. You watched it in 2x speed while barely paying attention. You have no idea how baked I was watching High Guardian Spice, nor how fast I was watching it. It was quick. This part right here really gets me. Your undivided attention and solid analysis. What the fuck have I ever solidly analyzed? You go to Alex if you want something thought-provoking. You go to Massman if you want to explore a character who is going to me to hear something educational.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not coming here for no solid analysis of anything. It's pure review and pure jokes usually, because that's just the content. And if you've been watching them for as long as you say you've been watching them, like, I don't know, I don't understand why he's getting so much flack right now. Like, it was a review, it was his honest opinion, and he watched it, and people are upset, and you have your right to be upset, but at the end of the day, like, take it or leave it. I don't know what to say about it.
Oh yes, my goat.
You know what makes my balls itch?
Yeah, that guy, Scamboli Analysis, how intelligent. But I am merely a man. Who am I to decide what's bad faith? Let's take a look at where the experts think I've been in bad faith.
The fact that you're not engaging in good faith, and then like you're gonna criticize like Monica's mom for like letting her go out or whatever. It's like, well, yeah, for one, she trusts her daughter. That's kind of the whole arc there. She trusts that she's not gonna do something like stupid and reckless.
She's not gonna do something stupid and reckless, like run out in the fucking typhoon.
That's gonna like cause her harm or like harm others or something.
Running out in the middle of a typhoon.
Something for no reason.
Running out in the middle of a fucking typhoon.
Like that's the whole arc. That's the whole reason. But she's like, "Are you sure that you're not being fooled by somebody?" And she's like, "Yes." Like that's the whole thing. It's like, okay.
What?
Like at that point, you're not engaging with it.
Okay. This is an interesting one. Let's look at the show from Madoka's mom's perspective.
Please.
Junko Kaname is a loving mom who's been blessed with a fantastic household, but her once joyful daughter comes home increasingly anxious, almost dull. Every instinct tells her something's wrong. They're practically screaming at her, but she puts on a tough front and ignores it. Even on the day she drives her cheerful, airheaded daughter to the funeral of her best friend.
Are you sure you don't know anything about what happened to Sayaka? Yeah.
That was a lie, and she knew it. But still, she keeps it together, telling herself, be patient. Madoka will tell me the truth eventually. The tornado's picking up now. The entire city is packed into a tuna can of a shelter. Her daughter's there, brooding.
What's wrong, Madoka? Going to the bathroom.
That was a lie too, but this time she calls her bluff.
I have to go outside to save a friend. The fire department can take care of it. But I'm the only one who can do this! Don't you know how much we'd worry about you if you just went out there without saying anything? I know. I know how you and Dad would feel because I love you too. But this is different. I have to protect you because of how much I care about you. But the only way I can help is if you let me go right now. Sure you don't want to tell me what this is about? I don't tell lies. and I don't do bad things. I need you to trust me now. I need you to trust that I'm doing the right thing. Thank you, Mom. I love you.
This is a beautiful act of trust and maternal love. But in reality, we call it fucking stupid. Junko is
Thank God he said it.
depicted as an extremely loving and responsible mother. They go out of their way to show her labeling her makeup. This woman is on top of her shit. She's the breadwinner. She gives Madoka advice when she needs it, and part of being a good mom is not letting your daughter's fucking intestines get turned into spaghetti by a signpost flying at 200 miles per hour. Is that crazy to say? All the mom knows is that Madoka's had a personality shift, her best friend died, people from her school are disappearing, her awesome daughter has lied to her twice recently, and now she's talking about leaving to save her friend during a tornado, and only she can do it. No mom, no dad, Madoka has to do this herself, and she doesn't even know about the talking cats, magic, nothing. This behavior is befitting a Tekken character, or a praying mantis, you know? Ah, trial by fire! This behavior is not in line with a doting, responsible business mom. If your daughter, after rapidly warping into a different person and facing the grief of losing her best friend, screams, I gotta go into this tornado, my friend is in danger! The normal and responsible response is to go, okay, is this like a drug thing? No, I have to save my friend! Okay, but we're not going anywhere until we figure this out, like, I believe that you believe what you're saying. You're really not giving me anything to work with, hon. Did you see the fucking cat? It talks, Mom! Also, Madoka says, I don't tell lies directly after lying. And it works. Her mom is cool with it. I'm expected to respect these guys' opinions when they say that I'm bad faith for dismissing the scene. We don't live in the same reality. These people will on one hand use these characters' ages as a shield. Oh, they're just 14. Yeah. Actually, they're 13. No, 12. Of course they're gullible and stupid. But also, Madoka has the agency to risk her life. Of course she can decide she needs to enter a tornado. This is normal. No, you're supposed to safeguard the youth from dangers they're ignorant to, remember? But I guess that slipped past me because I didn't engage. Some believe that my friends and I came into the show trying to on it, and we just talked over the anime the entire time without trying to understand it. I believe that's a big assumption to make from the highlights. Oh yeah, let me splice in the moments where no one's fucking saying anything. No. I wanted to keep a lid on this operation and not give too many of my secrets away, but you leave me no choice. There are no Fiverr Indians editing my videos. I don't use people from Bangladesh to write my scripts. This is a one-man show, normally. So whenever you hear a bunch of voices in my videos, I don't just go, okay guys, welcome back to the Scamboli channel. Today we're gonna be watching some anime. If I happen to be watching anime for work, I'll stream it to a Discord server. Sometimes people join call for a couple minutes to say what's up, and usually everyone's pretty respectful of the recording environment. When something funny happens, I press a button that saves the last couple minutes of my screen. Luckily, I only need the last couple minutes where something fucking happens. The issue here is when people build their critique on assumptions, like this comment. Maybe if you had paid attention instead of yapping with your friends, you would notice the subtle points of the story. Okay, what subtle points of the story did I miss? For instance, Madoka wasn't as useless or insecure when she turned into a magic girl the first time. The hell? Oh, I forgot it. Madoka was actually cool in 2 scenes which are included in this video. I was under the impression that we were stuck with a dull, irritating huss for 12 episodes. Or that Homoda's original intent was to protect Madoka, not stop her or any other girls from making contract. I don't even say this. What about the edit where I flashed the word save her one more time led to this misconception? And people think that I think she only time traveled twice. It's in the edit. 10 times now, 100, but every time she watches the world die. This is a good time to say, I've seen Madoka Magica more times than most people that like Madoka Magica. I watched it twice and a half. Even if I were yapping through the first watch, I had to see it again, to make the summary. Yet so many people are comfortable claiming he didn't enjoy the show because of that satanic blunt rotation. Curse them for not analyzing the plot. Am I supposed to include this?
It's a fate all magical girls can look forward to, eventually.
Wait, what happens to their souls?
Can't be helped. If you die in a labyrinth, your body stays there.
Whoa, sick! Am I supposed to include Nox and I theory crafting?
I mean, she seems like she'd be pretty fucking useless outside of doing that, so...
Well, maybe I think that's probably why she's such a good witch. Is she's just so fucking stupid and gullible.
Is there a way to get her soul gem back the way
Yeah.
it was?
Like, she has no self, so you could, like,
That's
make her
funny.
do whatever the f*** you
It
wanted.
looks like even you don't have all
No,
nigga.
because it's f***ing boring, and ideally you engage with the words I say rather than a fictitious version of me you keep in your head.
Yeah.
What about the points do you disagree with? Could I have perhaps written an essay about why I didn't like the show? But if you're watching through a disgruntled lens, you're willing to build a critique that begins with, I bet he, and then treat that as the truth.
One, you're watching it with the context that, I mean, you said you knew that it's supposed to get dark. So, like, I imagine that there's probably a good chance that you're, like, in the call, like, things are popping up. You're like, oh, how's this gonna get dark? She's gonna die in a car wreck. Oh, she's gonna, she's actually gonna be kill them. She's gonna be evil.
This automatically discounts any observations I make about the show. It's an incredible trap. Instead of, this talking cat just said the word contract. What the fuck? That's strange and obviously not good.
Yeah, who says that? Yeah, I want to
Holy shit, I'm in the fucking video. Wait, is this good?
make a contract, man.
It's scammo.
Yo, that's fucking sick, bro. Oh my god. Okay. I didn't even know I was in the fucking video. That's fucking insane. I was wondering why that's fucking sick.
I only predicted this
Appreciate you. Oh my god, that's sick.
because they were shouting theories at the screen, and you can do this on and on and on and on, and the Goof Troop takes it further by saying this.
I mean, this actually creepy looking cat thing is evil.
They do lay it on pretty thick that there's supposed to be an a menacing factor to like Cube. Like when he's introduced, he looks like a fucking like Lovecraftian creature with like tendrils and shit in the shadows.
His implication is that you're supposed to immediately know the cat is evil. No, while it's foreshadowed, the show clearly tries to conceal Cube's nature initially. He's cute, there are no tendrils, and the girls first meet him like this. Aw, poor little guy. However, after escaping mortal danger, he says, "Please make a contract with me," instantly shattering any illusion that the show is trying to put me under. I think that's weak writing because it's clearly don't want you to immediately guess that. He didn't take it seriously. He didn't engage. This doesn't suffice as an argument by itself. But in all corners of the internet, you see people lean on these phrases like bad faith, media literacy, straw man, while barely having a fucking clue what they mean. What if someone
They're buzzwords. People just love to use buzzwords that they hear, in other things and in life. They just fucking yell the buzzwords.
trains an AI on all the public domain stuff out there? I use public domain stuff for my videos all the time. This way, artists could even opt in instead of having their works taken. I have a friend who knows artists who...
Dude, is this a straw man?
None of those words mean what you think they mean. It's like a 100% wrong word ratio. The evidence is the big word they know, so saying your bad faith is a complete argument. Like this.
Thanks.
New title is Mask Off, Bad Faith Contrarianism. This is brain rot for fake smart people.
Yep.
You just put a
I don't even know what the fuck he's trying to say.
thesaurus in a blender and made word poop.
New title is Mask Off Bad Faith Contrarianism. Bruh, what? 9 people like that shit? Like, what are you talking about, bro?
I'm not feeding my brain that. Have I ever in life tried to mask being petty? The fuck kind of mask off are you talking about? You know what? Here. I hope the improved title is...
That's why he changed it. Oh my fucking god. The pettiness is unmatched, bro. I fucking love that, bro. Oh my god. I thought I was petty. This is a new petty. This is, oh my god. I love this. Hats off to you, sir. This is fucking fantastic.
is to your liking. I'm not sure. I don't understand much. I don't even... In all manner of art, there are people who believe that your preferences and your opinions are invalid, that you're simply missing the beauty in what they appreciate, and that if you could just wrap your head around this hidden esoteric meaning, you too would share their opinion. You don't like it because you don't know how to like it yet, and this is condescending as fuck. A lot of these people just over-explain concepts you already understand.
So the whole thing with like the flashbacks that were shown, Homura basically just attacked with made more clear with like rebellion. Where she comes to she tries to her character failing senpai or whatever. I cannot tell mommy the truth because she will just not be able to accept it and she'll lose her head or whatever, right? Did you get that? Once she has a catastrophe story-wise, when you're like,
There are things you will like, and there are things you're going to dislike. They're called preferences.
Yes.
You can articulate why you feel a way, but we're mostly attributing words to feelings. For example, have you ever heard a Yeet song? My bitch, like an old bitch, she put on the chompers. All my diamonds pissy R. Kelly. It's entirely valid to say, this was written by a 4th grader. The fuck is a twizzy? What is a brr? I just don't care. If it sounds nice, I'll listen. And by that...
I'm not gonna lie, hey, Yeet music is lit. Like, he don't be making sense sometimes, like, at all. Like, not a solid thought, but hey, you ever be at the gym and you turn on some Yeet, you gonna have a great workout, I'm telling you. Like, listen to Sorry About That during the workout. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Same merit, there's this song I really like by Tizo Touchdown, and it's about being a fan, and in the music video, he turns into a giant fan.
You know how to pull my string.
It's a great song.
But I think the metaphor's beautiful, the lyrics are so witty, and I can see this guy's relationship if I close my eyes. Do you think my friends give a fuck? No, because it didn't speak to them. And while I can convey what I like about it, that doesn't mean they'll just inherit my excitement. It's not
100%. I mean, like my last video about my romantic teen comedy snafu. Like, I made that video purely for me because I've been thinking about making that video for a year, and I am just in a spot where I can make it, and I felt like I wanted to talk about it. I didn't make that video because I was like, oh, like, I hope other people watch this and they feel the same way I do about this. No, like, I purely felt like it was time to make that, and that's what I made. So I understand exactly where he's coming from. Like, this, my opinion is not your opinion. I'm not going to try to change your mind. And that's what people need to stop trying to do nowadays. It's like, oh, he doesn't agree with me. Let me try to change his mind and try to show him what I see. No, bro, that's not how life works. I can't magically change your mind and make you think the way I do. Like, no, it doesn't work that. That's why we're all so different. And that's why we all have different opinions.
Not because there's something they're misunderstanding. There's beauty to the song, yes, but the value of that beauty carries a different weight for every person. You can find beauty in anything while someone else can see countless flaws, and these two feelings are in flux. To explain why I don't like a show is not an attempt to take its beauty away from you. That's fucking stupid. No one can do that but you, and a scolding review is not an attempt on that. And yet, if you even mention of criticizing Dark Souls, Evangelion, etc., people say, ooh, good luck. Because everyone kind of knows that there's an extremely vocal group of people who feel personally attacked by the wrong opinion. Over
Especially One Piece fans.
time, these guys have developed an extremely powerful ult. That's the point. You can shut down any critique with a simple, that's the point, and it's hard to do anything against it. For example, if you critique the Souls games in near any way, someone, somewhere, will fucking sprint through your wall and say, that's the point, bro, the games are supposed to be hard.
That or you're just bad. That's literally it. Or you're just bad. You suck. Like, damn, bro. Like, I can't just say this fucking part of the game sucks. Like, damn, I have to be the one that sucks. It's crazy.
I think gank fights are less fun. That's the point, bro. I think you should be able to pause outside of the boss room to be able to piss. That's the point, bro. It's immersive. And at what juncture is it fair to say, yeah, I get that. I think it's a bad point. When I say these characters are inhumanly stupid and it breaks my immersion in a story, I get comments that say, that's the point. They're kids. And I stick my finger in the air, smile, and go, oh, that's good writing then. My point is just because a choice is intentional doesn't mean you have to like it or the execution.
Yep.
As I said in the original video, Madoka is largely about exploiting purity. Of course the girls are naive, but when that transgresses into nonsensical behavior untethered from human instinct, it turns me off. Believe it or not, you can write a character as dumb and human. Naruto's pretty dumb, but human. His decisions make sense in the context of his life.
They do.
He could absolutely be manipulated by another character, and I'm not faulting Madoka or Homura or Sayaka for being manipulated. It's how they were manipulated, how they didn't see it coming, and what they did that comes off as robotic and irritating for people outside of myself. Maybe I'm missing the point even now, but that too is subject to personal interpretation. This is what makes art art, and you can't Ben Shapiro me into liking yours. Because there are things to dislike about it. Are we just gonna ignore the suspiciously Anne Frank-sized elephant in the room? Do I have to be the one to ask why, in a world where any wish could be granted, Anne Frank didn't just stop? There's been some serious allegations that I must dispel outright. I am 89% sure I didn't lock Thuman in a wine cellar and force her to watch anime. In my last video, I mentioned my friend Thuman is a big fan of Madoka Magica. We watched the first few episodes together in a group setting, which you can see throughout the video, but she realized it didn't age as gracefully as she had once thought. Here's the clip that really set people off.
Oh my god.
No! The opening is so
I don't care about no
good.
damn opening, dude. I don't even speak Japanese.
Yeah, you do.
Play some fucking Radiohead. It's a weird experience to have more than 100 people say, "You're an asshole, you're torturing your friend, she thinks you're stupid." Things got so bad, I even had the Oracle of Delphi in my comment section.
Imagine treating a friend poorly overnight because Orange Face won presidency. So now you gotta disrespect certain types of people.
Anyways.
Going from full bell sub to full unsub and blocking YouTube from recommending your vids. By the time you realize the error of your ways, it'll be too late.
I've either upset Jigsaw or Peter Griffin.
Bruh, that cannot be a real comment that somebody typed. That's insane. Over him skipping the opening? Bro, okay, let's talk about openings. I'm a firm believer that like this is just my personal opinion. I'm only watching the opening the first episode. There's no point of me watching the opening after the first episode. Unless there's something in the opening that I want to see again, I will not watch an opening more than one time. Even if the song's catchy, like Dan Da Dan. Bro, great fucking, or sorry, Dan Da Dan. Yeah. Great fucking opening, but I'm not about to sit here and watch that shit every time. I don't care. I want to watch the show. I want to get into the content and the meat and potatoes of the show. I don't want to sit here and listen to an opening over and over and over. Like, no, bro. Like, especially if you're binging something, I'm not about to waste a minute and 20 seconds of my life when I can just skip it. It's a minute and 20 seconds. I can just skip it. Ain't no harm done. It's just an opening.
This response was surreal because I'm thinking, it's a fucking cartoon. She didn't make it. I'm not trying to say anime can't be meaningful. Of course it can. It's art. I'm just saying that torture is crazy. This isn't Sean Combs gaming. I watch anime and I laugh at it. What do you think transpires in these voice calls? Part of me gets it though. If you take a look at her page, you'll think, well, aren't these the most opposite motherfuckers I've seen in my entire life? Correct. We don't agree on anything. While she cares about things, I don't really give a fuck. She uses her platform to spotlight racism and make social commentary. I use my platform to heighten racial tensions and buy Soylent. The dissonance is clear, but where we meet in the middle is respect. When your friend goes, "Hey, I don't like when you do this," you're supposed to go, "Of course, I'll respect that. I think women can drive, Thuman. I think they can drive. No, this is not sarcasm. They can drive. Sometimes they're even funny."
Oh my god, not that sometimes they're even funny is insane. Oh my god, this guy's hilarious. Oh my god.
That's called having boundaries. Because of this dynamic, I now know that Thuman is an evil witch of a woman. She's the most naturally gifted troll I've ever seen.
Why are you watching this in English?
Woman, I'm trying to listen.
Sybil's judgment of my job aptitude had me.
The Japanese version sounds much better. This dub sucks.
Shut up!
Just picked a different job. Seriously?
She sounds like a 30-year-old.
This is why I don't watch anime with friends sometimes, bro. Because like, I have had this happen. Like, why are you watching the English version? You're like, because I'm trying to like actually understand it. Well, the sub's better. Like, okay, bro, just let me watch it in English first. Gosh, like, can I watch it? Can I just get through it first? Shit.
I'm trying to listen. This is a fucking heavy dialogue anime.
Sorry.
She was not sorry. But it's fun, and it's fine to tease one another because we know what we're comfortable with. You know who doesn't know what we're comfortable with? YouTube comments.
Having said friends shitting on every aspect of the show because it wasn't a death note with little girls will feel horrible to anyone who hasn't been...
That girl just touched a lifetime of petty people? Hearts?
Imagine really wanting to share an interest with your friends.
This is a
and
very
they
poor
make
review.
This is something that I don't like about people that don't know you and they just comment on things that they see on the internet. You don't know these people. You don't know their actual relationships. Like, bro, you're just making an assumption over a freaking 2-minute, 3-minute fucking clip that he posted in the video. Like, come on, bro. Like, I mean, it's never gonna stop. Like, this is just the society we live in. But like, it's just like, bro. Me personally, I don't know if he does reply. I don't reply to these. I just ignored them. I mean, I haven't had any because most of my friends, you hear the comments that we make to each other. Like, I get made fun of in every YouTube video they make. I'm not sitting here crying about it because they do that either if it's on YouTube or not. Like, it's been the dynamic of our friend group since forever. So like, this is insane. Like, people, if you heard some of the stuff we have said to each other in Discord, you're probably like, damn, dude, like, that is, you guys hate each other. Why are you guys still friends? But like, that's how we joke and laugh. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't know us. Like, it's none of your business at the end of the day. Like, let's just let it go.
It make you come off as genuinely spiteful towards the show, including your friend. She was showing you something she loves.
On paper, you're supposed to see this and ignore it. And I know that, but I am petty. I was about to look extremely pathetic in front of thousands of people. Bruh, the reason the sparkle went out of your friend's eyes as she watched with you was because she shared something that she loved with y'all, and y'all shat all over it. Y'all some bad friends. Okay, play it cool, man. Play it cool. Oh, thank goodness you were in the call with us. Fuck!
I love the fucking pettiness, bro. I fucking love it. Oh my god, I love the pettiness, man.
Showed weakness to the public, and I could no longer stop myself.
Why was there so little commentary of her in the video?
My mind races now. There's little commentary from everyone who isn't me. Did you even hear this dude speak?
She's just laying in bed and shit, and all of a sudden, like, fucking...
That guy just had banger after banger after banger of joke, and you see him twice. You know why? Because not everyone can stay up until nerd dick butt hours to watch anime. Not every funny moment can make it into the video, and Thuman is Irish. What's her accent?
Hi guys and welcome to my channel. It's been a while since
Irish.
I last uploaded.
Maybe because she's a European, perhaps, and my 7 p.m. is her 7 a.m.?
Yeah, bro. That time difference is insane. As somebody who lives in Europe right now, like, it's insane.
Damn it! Here I am in the comments section, justifying myself to people who don't care and won't be satisfied with any explanation I give. It began to set in that I wasn't dealing with ordinary commenters. I was dealing with scholars that had read Ho Tactics, Uncut Edition. They made loaded comments about me, and then when I replied back, they asked why I'm getting defensive. It was genius, just like in Chapter 7.
You attack somebody and they respond and you're like, hey, why are you on the defense, buddy? You were on the offense. Why can't I defend myself now? That's YouTube. Internet trolls are just fucking fantastic, man.
How to flirt the hoe way. Wait, no, Chapter 8, getting nasty with it. No, it was how to go from hoe to housewife. That chapter covers gaslighting. I can say this crap as much as I want, but maybe I'm just putting words into her mouth like these guys. If only there was some source that could let us know how she feels.
It's so funny that you're getting canceled because of me too.
Yeah, it was well, I was literally like typing the Thuman portion as I checked Discord and saw you pinged us. I was like, what the fuck are the odds? Scam, I love you, but I think the light fading from her eyes might have been the realization that her funny friend was an idiot.
Oh no,
Is that true?
He has 300 uploads.
That's crazy.
No.
Look what you've done.
Look. Seems like an ego problem. Is that true?
But also posting the ugly art of the friend seems intensely mean-spirited. What?
The funnier thing is that you actually tried really hard to make that art. That's the crazy. Listen, I think these people, what they don't understand is that you can watch media critically. I feel like you don't have to like everything. That's fine. I feel like for Madoka specifically, for me, when I watched it the first time, it made a big impression because it was like one-of-a-kind thing at that time. So it was like a bigger thing. But nowadays, there's so many good animes out there.
Just to touch on what she just said, she said when she watched it at the time, and he touched on that in his last video saying she watched it when it first aired. Like, bro, we're talking about like 10 years ago. Like, especially
like with this kind of like aesthetic and like interesting twist to a story. Some of the writing, like the things that make it like bad are like more highlighted. You know what I mean? It's still a good show, but I feel like it doesn't have the same impact. And it's okay to be critical, and not everything is for everybody. So I don't know why people are like, you don't share my opinion and therefore you fell off. Like, okay, does that mean I fell off like 50 million years ago because people don't agree with me on backwatching?
Yeah. Do you mind if I clip that?
Yeah, I don't mind.
She's much more optimistic than I and believes these comments come from a good place. I differ in that I think you shouldn't publicly insult someone off a fucking headcanon. Thuman catches wind of the comments I was receiving and feels bad for me, I guess, so she leaves this comment. Thuman, you have fucked everything up. Because of your kindness, things are now worse. They think I made you write this. I didn't even know about it. Girl, blink twice. Sorry you had to rewatch a show so impactful to you with an audience only trying to tear it apart. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. This is offensive to their friendship with you. And it struck me insane that none of these people thought, maybe I'm being extremely condescending right now. Maybe it's weird that I'm telling this woman that she's lying. I have a problem with fake empaths who transparently use others as a proxy for their outrage. Her feelings are irrelevant. Her words may well have been white noise because what's more important is how they would feel. Never mind what the adult woman is saying. Someone out there is thinking, well, how are we supposed to know she wasn't upset? Maybe by listening to the fucking words? I watched the flicker in her eyes slowly die out as she realized this show was a piece of shit. These are the words I said. I said them because we talked about it. That's somewhat different than the people who hear 3 seconds of her voice and decided to talk over her. If you're gonna call me a douche for the words I've said. Like the people who tell me I hate. There's a tweet floating around from a fellow YouTuber. I first want to say I respect the craft. I
love how you use the Twitter symbol and not the X symbol. He's just like me for real, I swear.
She's success with the channel, and even if you dislike me, you should be allowed to vocalize that. But by that same merit, you're a proponent of some of the dumbest horseshit I've seen this week, and I should be able to respond. YouTuber says, imagine Scamboli whining about having to watch 12 episodes of Madoka because it's his job. Dog, I would kill to be getting those kinds of views on my vids. Having tons of people actually interested in what I have to say. Watching all sorts of series, and all he can do is complain. Let's check out the clip. Imagine a show full of stupid-ass people. All of their problems are caused by them being stupid. Any person watching could fix every conflict in the show. Now imagine this. You are stuck watching these idiots because it is your job. Interesting. Now, what if we didn't deceptively cut the video? I became the anime cuck. I was stuck to my couch, zooted. I couldn't even read, but I was forced to watch. Oh, that was all set up so I could call myself the anime cuckold because it's funny. You know, because I was stuck in a chair, forced to watch something I didn't like. I find it interesting that people will lecture you about not understanding every nuance of the shit they're attached to, but they have no issue taking your words at complete face value if it helps their criticism. Motherfucker, it's a joke. Lighten up. This guy got it.
He called himself an anime cuck. That's hilarious.
And yet, this...
It's me again. It's me again. I fucking love it, dude. Oh my God. That shit almost makes me want to cry. Oh my God. Thank you.
Sentiment is repeated ad nauseum. Scamboli hates his job, man. He doesn't like making videos. He's lazy. How the fuck do you think YouTube works? You make videos people want to watch?
Yep.
They watch them. I made this stupid edit for a show I hated that took forever. I matched the shadows on this little rock guy. I dug for the right combination of cute letters. I had to figure out how to make the audio of these characters stand out, but not clash against all the other noises. No one in the world gives a fuck. This is nerd shit. Most people aren't looking at their screen right now. Surprise, editing doesn't really matter. That's why Critical can sword fight with dildos and eat cereal for a living. He's entertaining. I lose money the more time I spend on editing like this, so why would I spend so much time on an edit for a show I hate? Because I like my job, and I wanted to highlight the strengths of Madoka Magica in a digestible way. That probably made the anime sound really cool, so I just want to point out, full disclosure.
That shit made it sound like a fucking dope ass show to watch.
Full disclosure, Anne Frank is a magic girl, canonically.
Or curse anyone.
I would argue that's pretty damn...
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. I mean, that was my literal reaction, bro. Because, like, what the fuck? Why? And she had a wish and she... He said it earlier. I'm not going to retouch that, but come on, bro.
respectful of both the show and the viewer. And it's because I like my job that I will... These reviews have always come from a place of, did I like it? And why? I don't start videos with, Hideaki Anno sensei is an author known for his unflinching commentary, because I'm not trying to teach a fucking classroom. Every time I criticize an anime from now on, I'm gonna start saying, this is just my opinion, guys. Just so you know, this is all an opinion. Please don't get mad. It's all an opinion.
Please don't do that.
No shit. Of course it's an opinion. Good writing, bad writing, who gives a fuck? It's good if you enjoyed watching it. If it weren't this way, there'd be an algorithm to make the perfect anime every time. That's why I'll recommend an anime with bad writing and say I hated an anime with depth. Subjectivity is a part of the business. And if I were to start sheltering my opinions on anime in fear of how other people perceive them, that's when you can call me a sellout. So many people don't care why you feel differently than them. You say, I like dogs. And they say, oh, so fuck all cats is what you mean. And I have no interest in balancing my words around them. The only people I care about offending at all are the ones who think my objective is not to make them laugh. It's important that everyone has a different opinion. Otherwise, I wouldn't have this job. People are interested in seeing through the eyes of others, and I try to make it so that even if our views are entirely different, it's all in good fun. So when that doesn't come across, sometimes people just be tripping. But other times, that means I can do something better. Like,
a man said he wanted to murder you so badly. Like, who? People need to go seek therapy, bro. There's no way you're wishing murder on somebody because they didn't agree with you and your thoughts. It's insane.
Okay, maybe it could have been more clear I was JK about that racist joke. I think Madoka Magica has incredible art, and I think the music is cool. Two things that escape the script. That's a blunder on my part, and I recognize that to many, it's a beautiful anime. To me, it's a big stinky piece of shit. And I will double down, triple down, quadruple down on that because I don't live in Europe. I live in America, where most people do hide their opinions out of shame, but not me. And you shouldn't either, unless they're race or sexual orientation related. These opinions should be carefully considered before uttering. Art is meant to be explored and debated. Our likes and dislikes are windows to other minds, and if you want to deepen your connection with a piece of art you like, you might find that by taking a peek. Also, they're cartoons. Why the fuck would I be scared to tell you I hate this or like this? I don't care.
Oh my god, yo. Oh man. Yo. This was great. Like, I can't even lie to you, this was great. Like, I didn't even expect this to be the video that I was gonna react to today. I actually wasn't even... I was planning to watch it and record myself watching it, but I didn't necessarily think that I was going to be in the video. So that's freaking cool. So all those were actual, like, my real emotions, in case you guys think this was fucking bullshit. But dude, Skembelly, like, I appreciate the shout outs. That's insane. Great video. I love that you triple down, quadruple down on your stance on this, because it's, hey, what are you going to do? But great video again, man. As I said in the last video, guys, if you like the video, comment down below what was your favorite thing. And if you agree with some of the things that I said, and if you agree with some of the things that Skembelly said, and yo, make sure you guys go follow him. I love his content. Obviously, he's freaking hilarious. And he shouted your boy out. Like, it's I've never had that happen in a video before. I'm pretty new to this YouTube thing, so that meant a lot to me. But yeah, man, this is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace and love.